Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. So we already filmed this or something similar to it and then lost the footage, so we're refilming it. These are going to be our favorite blue and green eyeshadows, both shimmer and matte. Wow, incredible, iconic, amazing. Some of these palettes are repeats, but you're just going to have to get over it. Also, in this video, we introduced our new kitty, but, you know, the footage was lost. So, here's Baby Raisin. He's a little Bambino hairless cat. He's an angel sent from above, right, Bubs?
He doesn't like sweaters.
No, we bought him 2 sweaters and they're just too big on him, so he can freeze. But I'll insert some pictures so you can actually see him. Buddy, be careful. And let's get into the video. Alright, at the top here we have the Raw Beauty Christie and ColourPop at Forest Sight palette for the, you guessed it, blues and greens down here. So there's PNW, Emerald City, and Fiddlehead. Fiddlehead. I guess Evergreen is a green too, but that's not our favorite. These mattes down here are just really great, especially, and I cannot stress this enough, especially for a ColourPop formula. Oh yeah. I don't love ColourPop's dark mattes almost ever. These are pretty top tier. I would call these more of a mid-tone, honestly. But again, I don't think anything is deep until it's like black, basically. So that's just kind of my thing. But these are really gorgeous, like green and blue jewel tones. I love the formula on these two. Raisin! And Vic said at the top, we just mean at the top of the pile, not like the top of the list. This is the Natasha Metropolis palette. This has some lovely blues shoved in the corner here.
Yeah, we rearranged it. So.
Yeah. The cream to powder formula from Natasha... The cream to powder formula from Natasha Denona is unbeatable in every way. And there are so many pretty like murky shimmery greens and then murky greens and then a green brown and then like these deep, like a deep blue and a emerald kind of color. And they're in the cream to powder formula. Oh my god, this palette is gorgeous. I want to play with it more. I mean, I've played with it plenty, but I feel like I don't reach into it very often. Normally when I'm like, ooh, I want to feel spicy, I'm like, gold palette. But I want to use this palette more because it truly is stunning. I think this is her best small palette formula, so I just want to play with it more. It's so pretty. Next we have the Collidos, oh thank god. I forget the name of this one. Electro Turquoise palette, obviously for the blues. They're really stunning. Collidos shimmers are just top notch. They are some of the best shimmers that I have found in palettes ever. They're so good. They're not Cleona, but they are very beautiful. And I love like the dark teal raisin and the lighter teal here. Like both of these mattes are just really good. Yeah, they're such a solid formula, and I love that it's like a teal, like a turquoise, as the name might suggest, rather than just like a navy and I don't know, like a sky blue kind of thing. I love like a good turquoise moment. So, and similarly, this is the Astro Pink palette. Despite what the name says, we're talking about the blue, all right? This yummy, delicious, shimmery blue here. It's not super, it's almost like hard panned. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's not hard panned,
it's very firmly pressed.
It's firmly pressed, yeah. So it's not as soft as their other shimmers, but the sparkles in this thing are divine. You can see it from 3 houses over. This will come as no surprise. This is still available on Beauty Bay, so we will be linking it, but it's not available, as far as I could tell, on any other major retailer sites, because this was a limited edition palette. So the blues and the greens in here, just this whole side, they are so top-notch, you guys. I can't even describe how good. And unique in ways you don't understand. I just cannot, in good conscience, tell you that Viseart is not worth the money. I would gladly pay full price for that palette again. It's so freaking beautiful. These mattes are just some of the easiest to work with on the market, and they're very like opaque but not hard to work with. They're very forgiving, very blendable. I just think they're so good. And I love the variation of tone in here. Like you just see how perfect this gradient is. Do you see that? And you have these cornflowers, but you also have this really bright one. You have these like lime greens, you have some teals, you have this deep murky olive color down here. This is like a gray green. Oh my god. They just everything you need in here. These are, I can't say enough good things. I just can't. We might at some point, they're depotable like Natasha Denona, and we have the shimmer version of this palette as well.
Might make a custom palette.
Yeah, we might like.
That would be a fun video.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, we're not talking about the gold palette again. greens, blues, teals. I love this palette. Yeah, I'm wearing it on my eyes today, minus the like red and green matte, obviously. But lime chrome is the best shade on the planet. This matte tealy blue is not as dark in the pan as it is on the eyes, but it's cream powder formula, so you know we mess with that. I do prefer the one in the Metropolis for this matte color. I mean, despite the huge pan in it. But just, I'm not going to continue on about how much we love this palette. If you are new here, just literally click on any video and it's probably in there. The Certified Affinity 2 palette. This was, I think, our first ever like indie makeup purchase. And it's really beautiful. I will say I liked it initially, and I've grown to like it even more now that we've switched primers. So I used to just use like concealer to primer, MAC paint pot. This works best on like a primer potion type base. We use the Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer. On that kind of base, these pop so much more, like the deep mattes. Or maybe at that point I wasn't using the reverse blending technique. I don't know what it was exactly.
But it was hard to build for us.
Yeah, but I was using this deep blue the other day, and it was one of the best navies I've put on my eyes in a long time. And I was like, how did this happen? I know I like this navy, but not that much. Like, there's such a big dent in this navy. I wish you could see on camera.
It's huge.
Because I had to build it up so much because I thought it wasn't pigmented enough. Boy, was I wrong. I love the shimmers. I love the mattes. You just have every kind of tone you need in here.
If we didn't have 50 rainbow palettes, I would buy more of their palettes.
Yeah, for sure. It's top notch. I love.
And I love the little thin packaging. The little,
I know.
Like, it's so nice. We're gonna talk your ear off about this. I did have a tutorial go up on this. Was the look hideous? You decide. This is the BH Cosmetics Blueberry Muffin palette. Again, it's hard to see perfectly on camera because this dumbass reflective background.
I know.
But this is one of my favorite palette purchases. Like,
of the year?
Of the year. I mean, Viseart came this year, so that one's definitely up there. But for the price, are you kidding me? This is so freaking good. This has made me want every single new BH release. Every single one. Who did that? Blueberry Muffin. She told you, go buy more BH. And I almost listened.
I almost bought all of the Ice Cream Shop palettes. I was on their site.
There's like 6 of those.
I wanted them so bad, dude. I didn't, though. I didn't buy any of them. Okay, I might pick up the green one. I might pick up the green one at some point because I really do want to try it. Like, I'm dying to try it. But I'm exercising self-restraint because I know for Christmas we're getting a lot of crap. So, and this is the Natasha Denona. It's apparently the purple blue palette. I call it the blue purple.
Kind of like our, what did we call it? The green brown palette?
We call the blue brown, or the green brown palette, the blue brown
for years.
I'm all screwed up. This is the purple blue palette from Natasha. Obviously, we're sticking in this section. These blues are
so good.
Unbelievably good. Like, I cannot express to you, these matte blues will not, you can't do them wrong. You can't. It's impossible to do these wrong. They're just so good. The shimmers in here are really pretty. They aren't really extra sparkly over the top, but they are that standard luxury shimmer type formula, you know, where it's very thick, one swipe, opaque pigment with like a slight shimmer to them, like a really effortless kind of one shadow eye. That's what a lot of these shimmers are like, plus like a really flaky silver. But the tones in here are just to die for. I love these gray blues. I love everything about them.
This is the Collidos Skywalker highlight. This is so pretty. I used it on the eyes the other day because Vic was talking about how nice this looks on the eyes, and I was like, all right, let me go for it. I also used it on my face. A little much for me, but it looked cool. Wow. There are no words. This is
it's like a blue Fenty Diamond Bomb.
Yeah.
But a powder form.
Yeah, and like more pigment, like more white to it or whatever. But this is so pretty. This is so pretty. If you know who, I think it's Nezra or Nazra, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. I just feel like she should wear this highlighter.
Why, babe?
Because she kills a colorful highlight, and I just think that she should put this on all over, so there's that.
Would it be a video if we don't talk about a Carnival palette? We have 2 to talk about. To be fair, Mood from the original Carnival palette, which we used up, by the way.
Resin!
That one is the best matte navy I've ever tried. That was like pretty much one of the first shades to go on our Pan That palette.
Oh yeah.
But the teals in here, dude, they're the ones that we would pan on. Like, They're so pretty. I love Be Perfect's formula. And they always nail the blues and greens. Every single time. They don't do them wrong. I love these deep shimmers. This peppermint shade is kind of similar in color to Mint Frost from Natasha.
Just a little less icy.
A little less icy and with a little less sparkle to it, but beautiful nonetheless. I love Ecstasy, this lime green here. One of the best I've tried. The one is a Carnival Tahiti, the lime in there, Raisin Please, is not nearly as good. It's not as opaque. It's more of a blend out shade. This one you can put as like an inner corner highlight or all over the lid, and it's like pigment. And I love that the blues at the top are more like, they're kind of like standard blues, which are almost hard to come by nowadays. Tahiti. We'll throw her in, right? We love Tahiti. Although there's not a lot of blues in here, but there are very nice greens. Yup. I'm putting this in because every single time I open this palette, you know what shade I use? Take a guess. Reef. It's Reef. Reef. Literally, that's what sold me on the palette when it first came out. Anyway, pinks and purples, not my shit. Not my jam. I use them every so often, but not very much. Greens and blues, oh, daily, bro. Those are neutrals for me. This has some really, really nice greens and blues. I like the, I do like this really limey green, although it's not as good as the last one. It's more of a chartreuse than a lime. Which I think is why it's so, like, it's not as pigmented, you know? No, it's a whole different formula, too. You can, when you touch it, this one is a lot more scratchy. Yeah, and I really like the deep in here, this deepest blue. It's more of a brighter blue. It's a bright, deep blue. It's not a navy. Yeah, so that's what I like about it, because it's kind of unique to our collection. Just overall, this is such a stunning palette, and I think that this one, other than the first one, is my favorite of the Carnivals. In terms of formula, but I still love the second one, the XL Pro. They're all so great. They're all great. Yeah, we continue to use them and talk about them. First day we brought this cat in the beauty room because he's very... I hope he's not eating a piece of that eyeshadow. Raisin?
He's totally eating a piece of that.
Or a pencil shading. Oh. Hey, spit it out. I think he got it out actually. I think I saw him spit it out. Don't eat things. The first time we brought this cat in the beauty room, aka the day we bought him, or brought him home. I guess bought him seems kind of weird to say, but I did purchase him with money. The day we brought him home, Vic was doing her makeup and he was snuggled on her lap because he's very codependent. You leave the room and he meows for 20 minutes. This cat was covered in black eyeshadow and glitter eyeshadow from the fallout. It was so funny. I was like, well, we gotta give him a bath ASAP Rocky, which apparently he had been snipped the day before, and I wasn't supposed to do that, but he's healing fine, so I wasn't that bad of a parent, but it went wrong. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hi bubs, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Comment down below what you want to see after this series is over. That's not what we're doing. And we hope to see you in the next one. Bye!